back to Kind of Connection. I'm Jason Gray, and I'm here today with Robert Henning, the director of the Rockpile Museum. And what's new at the Rockpile in November?
Well, in November, we've got some exhibit changes. We have some new small exhibits in our main room that we'd love for people to come check out. One of the fun ones is a holiday-themed exhibit. And if you were in October, you saw that it was a Halloween display. The fun thing that Brittany, who created the exhibit, did is she put staff children Halloween pictures. So pictures of us in our Halloween costumes as kids. And so you had to try to guess which staff person is behind each costume. So that's kind of fun. So you lift up the thing and you get to find out. So it's a little tricky. It's harder than you might think.
I imagine, especially if masks are involved in the costume.
Yes, 3 of us have masks. The one that doesn't actually looks like another staff person, so that it's extra tricky. But November, this month, it's going to be Thanksgiving themed. We'll pull out some historic photos from our collection regarding Thanksgiving. And then the participation one is people are going to vote for their favorite Thanksgiving food.
Okay. And
so we're going to tally the votes at the end and see what is Gillette's favorite Thanksgiving food. So Campbell County's. I'll say Campbell County. So come and visit and make sure and write pecan pie because that's my favorite and I want it to win. So, but what's your favorite?
Oh gosh, got to be the turkey. I always like getting the drumstick is my favorite part.
I'm with you. That's good. For some reason, I just gravitate towards the pies at Thanksgiving. Yep, so that's fun. We also have a new one based on some letters of a homesteading family.
Okay.
So it's a little display that uses their own writing to kind of tell their story. So check that out. And then November is the final month for the Seth Eastman exhibit about the Dakota people. So if you haven't seen that, it's your last chance to come down and see it. It's really great engravings based on his original paintings and his original drawings as well. So that one's going to return to its owner. Following that, we will have a photography exhibit. And this will be modern photography from a friend of ours that is a railroad engineer. And he works actually for Union Pacific. And so he does the route from Bill to Scottsbluff or Gering or wherever the train station is up there in Nebraska.
Sure.
So he takes pictures of the Powder River Basin. And so it's really kind of interesting to see, through his lens, what he sees from the cab of a locomotive.
Sure.
And so there's trains, there's wildlife, there's livestock, energy, lots of energy. He sees the mines, he sees oil and gas, he sees the wind turbines.
Sure. Yeah.
So some beautiful photographs. So we want everybody to come check that out. I don't have an opening date necessarily for that, but we should open that end of November, first part of December. So that's the exhibit changes. And so not much for programming going in November.
Sure.
But we're going to kick off our Winter Family Day series again in December.
Okay.
So December 17th will be Christmas Crafts, the annual Rockpile Museum Christmas Crafts. And we invite all children to come register for that. Typically it's 5 to 12 or 4 to 12. Sometimes the preschoolers can do the Christmas crafts pretty easy. Other family days, it takes a little bit more help. So, Yep, Christmas Crafts, December 17th. And then we're also working to try to bring back our Repeal Day event.
Okay.
If you recall, and you might not, probably 4 years ago, I think it was 2018 or 2019. I think 2019, because it was before that which we won't mention.
Sure.
We held a Repeal Day, celebrating the repeal of Prohibition.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I mean by Repeal Day. So December 5th, 1933, we repealed Prohibition in America. And so we commemorated that day and celebrated. We talked about the history of Sheridan beer, actually, because Sheridan beer was served in Gillette for a long time. This year we're going to tell just the local history of Prohibition. And so I'll be doing that presentation. A lot of great stories from the 20s and early 30s. And so we're going to have caterer be serving drinks out of our historic bar and a historic presentation. So
All right.
the planned date for that is not December 5th because that turns out to be a Monday night.
Yeah, not the greatest night for having a...
No, not having any
drinking.
event, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mondays are not a great day. So we're going to push it to the Thursday. Thursday
Okay.
seems to be a great night to get a nice crowd. And so Thursday, December 8th is what we're shooting for.
Okay.
So for more details, stay tuned to our Facebook, our webpage, or give us a call if you want to learn more about that.
So the Repeal Day event, is that 21 and over only? Are they going to get carded on their way in?
No, they may get carded at the bar itself.
At the bar itself.
To get the beverage, but no, it's an all ages event.
Okay.
It is in the evening. I don't know how exciting it will be for younger folks, but the history is great. And certainly the rest of the museum will be open to tour as well. And that'll be, as far as I know, a free event as well. So
Okay.
we're still trying to keep all the events free. And so if you, for some reason, can't afford to bring your family in with the regular admission, find one of those event days,
Sure.
like our Christmas crafts. If you register for that, you can actually see the whole museum for free during that day. So
Okay.
a little way to get around if you're having trouble affording admission. So
All right. And speaking of holidays coming up, I see we've got some great holiday gifts in the gift shop.
absolutely, always great stuff, and we're getting new stuff. We've gotten some food products actually.
Okay.
So this is a dip mix. It's from High Mountain Seasonings. I believe they're out of Riverton, Wyoming. So we're trying to, of course, focus on Wyoming products if we can. This is a sun-dried tomato. We also have the chipotle dip mix.
Okay.
In addition to that, we have seasonings, mostly meat seasonings. We've got steak, elk, buffalo seasoning, cowboy Cajun seasoning, if you like a little spice. And all of those are made by High Mountain Seasonings. Great products. After we bought this or brought these in, I bought a chipotle, and the staff, we all tested it, because we have to test what we sell.
Sure.
And it's pretty good, pretty good. It's cream cheese and sour cream and then dip mix. So it's hard to go wrong, but good stuff. So I haven't tried the meat seasoning yet. I'm excited to do that. So we've got some of that. We've got some chocolates coming in that are made in Wyoming. The one that people are most excited about is the Huckleberry chocolate bar. I haven't tried that yet. But so a lot of good stuff. New soaps in as well. We've got vanity license plates, which make a good stocking stuffer for the greater Wyoming diaspora. Those folks that are from Wyoming and no longer live here. You send them a license plate, say, hey, maybe you should move back. It's a great place. License plates, all that kind of stuff, magnets, spoons.
Sure.
Toys for the kids. This is a bighorn sheep Lego puzzle. So that's very Wyoming, but 200 pieces, so it's good for ages, it says 7 and up, but I would say my 4-year-old could probably handle this if they have any Lego experience. Little puppets, whoop, there's a bison puppet. Finger puppets. And then, of course, the books.
Sure.
For the adults in the Christmas shopping season, everybody needs a book in their stocking. We've got 2 new ones about our friends at the Wind River Reservation. This is called the Arapahoe Way, Continuity and Change on the Wind River Reservation. It's a hardback from Oklahoma Press. It's shrink wrapped, and that always disappoints me because I want to browse it. But I do know it's a beautiful book, beautiful photographs and information about the history of the reservation and how their life has changed and how their culture has changed and how some of their culture has remained. So, and how some folks are working hard to bring some of their culture back. which is really an interesting thing. And then more of a history on the Arapahoes is the Arapahoes Are People. And this is from Virginia Cole Trenholm. She's a Wyoming journalist. So this is Wyoming focused, of course. So there are Arapaho down south as well. But this is our folks up here. So, and then we've got Bob Richard books. Bob was in to speak about Yellowstone recently.
Oh, yeah.
So this is one called Journey to Yellowstone. It is about one of his grandfathers, that led early tourist expeditions into the park. And so this is on horseback, by wagon. There's Frost and Richard trying to get through the pass. And it's all snow-filled. I think he told us July 1st, they're trying to get up and over through a pass. So early history of Yellowstone. And then he was a horse ranger in Yellowstone for a number of years in the 1950s. And so this is about that beginning era of really big tourism in the park, I would call it. And so check that out. And then one for the kids, C is for Cowboy. I've brought this before, but just a beautiful book. It's a Wyoming alphabet. So let's see. Is G for Gillette? You'll have to buy and find out. I don't remember, but this is probably, I'd say, 5th grade reading level, maybe a little more.
Okay.
But I think adults G for Grizzly. Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Bummer. But yeah, adults, you could definitely read this to younger kids and they would love it. So come check that out. That is only $18.99.
Okay.
So lots of great books, new soaps, new candy, new food. Lots to buy for Christmas season. And so please come in and do that. Remember, Museum Association members get a 10% discount on their entire purchase.
And Museum Association members also get into the museum for just the cost of their membership.
That's right. Members are free. So that one annual membership, and then if you visit 1-2 times, buy some stuff in the gift shop, you make that money back very quickly. And then all of that membership money goes to help the museum provide great exhibits, great programs, and continue to try and bring folks to the museum to make it a great experience. So we very much appreciate the Museum Association. They are always helping us. And I just thought of another way they help us. They typically buy the candy for the Parade of Lights.
Oh,
and so we'll be in the Parade of Lights. So December 3rd, come downtown, Gillette Main Street, and you'll see us in the Parade of Lights.
All right. And is there anything else for November, early December?
I'm sure I'm forgetting something, which means go to our website, rockpilemuseum.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We're not quite as active on those platforms right now. Stephen, who is no longer with us, we miss Stephen. He did a great job of doing that. I'm trying to keep up with Facebook. I'm not as great with Instagram. I put a picture on there and it seems to come out funny. So somebody's got to help me with that. I feel old already. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, website, rockpilemuseum.com.
All right. And if you feel like you can help Robert with his Instagram problems, contact the museum.
Always looking for volunteers.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.